Getting pregnant isn't easy for everyone. I should know. It took me over 4.5 years to finally see those two pink lines. What you're going to learn today is there's 3 key areas to pregnancy and bringing that baby home. So if that's something that you want to do, let's dive in. Why do some of us get pregnant so easily, and then some of us try month after month just to see those 2 pink lines and it never happens? Why do some of us try every single supplement under the sun and try everything that everyone says should work and it still doesn't work for you? Today, we're going to look at the 3 phases to pregnancy and why sometimes this journey doesn't work for some people. Getting pregnant isn't easy for everyone, and I was on the journey far longer than I ever wanted to be. You see, I went off birth control in November of 2018, thinking I had to let it clear my system for a few months and I'd get pregnant right away. That wasn't my story. And I'm sure for some of you that are here, that's not your story either. I really truly believed it was going to be easy to get pregnant because that's what I was taught. I was never truly taught how to get pregnant. I was always taught how to avoid pregnancy. And after IVF, IUI, medicated cycles, I did the acupuncture, all the supplements, everything under the sun. And it still didn't work for me. I remember sitting on the toilet crying and begging the God, universe, spirit, anyone who would listen to give me a baby. And it just wasn't happening. So what did I do? I became obsessed with everything fertility. See, I'm a scientist, a nutritionist, exercise science background, personal trainer, yoga instructor. I love everything health and fitness and body. And I knew there had to be a better way. There had to be a better way. So I went on this journey and I dove in. I went into research mode. I became a fertility doula just so that I could get all the pieces, the things, the hidden gems that people were not telling me. And what I learned was there's 3 key areas to pregnancy. The first area is, are you ovulating or ovulation? If you're not dropping an egg, you can't get pregnant. The second area was implantation. Are you actually implanting that egg? Is that fertilized egg actually implanting? And then the last area is carrying to term. And so when you look at all of the trying to conceive advice out there, most of it focuses on ovulation. But if you truly don't have an ovulation problem, then that particular protocol isn't necessarily going to work for you to bring your baby home. So let's dive into these 3 areas. Area number 1, ovulation. How do you truly know if you're ovulating? If you're not going to the doctor or the fertility clinic where they are monitoring your blood work and your ovulation, then you can track your ovulation through BBT, LH, cervical mucus. You're looking for the fertile signs to make sure that it is happening for you in your body. Once you can confirm you're ovulating, you then move into building the healthiest uterus and womb possible for implantation. And that's number 2, is your implantation stage. The supplements that you take, the things that you do for ovulation, isn't quite the same. The protocols are slightly different. When you're focused on building the healthiest womb and environment possible, you want to look at lifestyle, diet, stress management, exercise. You want to be feeding the womb with the correct supplements. This is where we look at your progesterone. This is where we look at the endometrium lining. This is where we dive into things like your fibroids, your polyps, your endometriosis. Anything that can affect the environment. But you see, my fertility clinic, and I went to 3, they weren't treating an implantation problem. They were trying to get me to ovulate and drop all these eggs and get the eggs to fertilize. But even if the eggs were fertilizing, the womb was not healthy enough for them to implant. Thousands and thousands of dollars later. Thousands and thousands of dollars later. And then the last section is carrying to term. And there's women out there who have reoccurring miscarriages or they miscarry and they can't carry past a certain point. And what you do in that particular protocol is completely different. That's when we want to look at getting testing from the doctor. That's when we want to go back and look at egg quality and sperm health. This is where we're really diving into a different protocol to help you carry to term. In the comments below, let me know. Do you have an ovulation problem, so you're not seeing ovulation? Do you have an implantation problem where you've never seen those 2 pink lines? Or do you have a carrying to term challenge where you've miscarried multiple times? Miscarried multiple times. I wish that I had learned about these 3 different phases on my journey so much earlier. It took me 4 years to bring my miracle home. I don't want the same for you. If you want to learn more tips and tricks about trying to conceive and bringing those babies home, and also if you want to dive into those 3 areas more, then stick with me. Subscribe and follow my channel. I got you.